Hi everybody. So today I'm going to show you guys a really simple little sweater nail design, and because it's wintertime, these always pop out in the fall and they're super popular. So I'm going to show you how to do this using your Akzentz gels, and you can pretty much use like whatever gel products that you have. I like using my Akzentz Options gels. They're a little bit thicker and they don't run around, so I prefer using those. So what I'm going to use today is Lily Lavender, the Options. I'm going to be using my Akzentz Gel Art Powder and Shine On. Those are the three things that I'm going to use. This is a really simple, easy nail to do, and it adds so much fun into a really basic nail design. So you don't have to really do a lot with it to make it fun. So I'm just going to start with 2 coats of my color. And this is the Lily Lavender. The nice thing with doing these sweater nails is pretty much like any color works for them. I just did this one in teal because I like the color. It's a nice, pretty soft, wintry color, but I mean, a soft ivory, like an oatmeal color, you can do something like in a green, like pretty much whatever color you want to do is gonna look amazing in this design, because sweaters come in basically every color as well. So if you wanted to do, blue, green, off-white, pink, and do whatever kind of design you want, there's no real definitive, this is the way the pattern must be for a sweater nail. Think of how a sweater looks like when you're looking at like a nice knit sweater, the different kind of patterns that they have and the different designs and styles. That's basically all you need to worry about when you're creating something. So if you need a visual, just go online and Google sweaters, sweater pattern, knitting patterns, and you'll find something that's really, really easy to follow if you need a good visual reference. But you can do so much with this, like you can add a glitter nail into this, you can do this with a couple matte fingernails, you can mix and match pretty much anything with this design because it is so subtle and it's so pretty. Okay, so there's our coat number 2, and we'll put this back in the light. Now, when you're doing this sort of look, this is it's the exact same technique as if you were doing sugaring. So we're gonna do our color, cure it, and then we're gonna come back and put our top coat on, and then we'll do our design with our gel art powder on top. Very important that you do your design on top of your cured top coat, because if you don't, you're going to have a huge mess and your design isn't going to turn out properly. So make sure that you've always got your top coat on and cured, and then you do your design on top. You can also do this design with like a really pretty soft shimmery glitter. If you're using whatever color you happen to use your background, if you want to use a complementary glitter or like an iridescent glitter, there's so much that you can do with this. It's just going to depend on the look that you and your client are going for. Personally, I like the sweater nails when they have that matte finish to them. I find that they're a little bit more authentic looking. They're kind of prettier. But again, if you want to have a glittery sweater finish, then you can totally do that too. So I've applied my color with my oval 111 brush, and this is my go-to brush for doing colors all the time. I'm going to grab my 2 detail brushes. I have trimmed these so they're quite a bit thinner. My tiny one is a 00, and then the bigger one is a 1.5, but I've still trimmed them so they're quite thin, and the bristles are basically non-existent, which is my favorite way to have my detail brushes. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my purple here again. I'm just going to make sure my brushes are clean. And I'm going to take my longer striping brush. I'm going to draw a couple lines down this nail, so I want to make sure that I'm using my striping brush for that. It's a lot easier when you're doing lines. And you want this to be a little bit raised as well, this design. So I'm not going to say like load the product on there, but you want to have enough product on there that it's going to be a little bit raised, and that when we put the gel art powder on there, or acrylic powder or glitter or whatever you're using, it's actually going to have something to grab onto. So don't be afraid to put on a little bit more product. This is one of the reasons why I like using the options colors to do this as well, because they are a little bit thicker and they don't run around. And also because we are doing this on top of the shine on, it's got a little bit more grab to it. If you were doing this on top of the matte on as well, same thing, like it would have a little bit more grab as well. So don't be afraid to use your color a little bit thicker, so it's okay. I'm just gonna make sure our lines are even. And I'm using a bigger tip here too. I mean, the average person's finger wouldn't be this big. So in terms of like using this for doing a video, it's a little bit better because we've got a little bit more space to work on. But the average person's finger, I mean, it wouldn't be this wide either. So we've got a lot of space to fill with this one too, which is fine. So we can do whatever design our little hearts desire with this. Be a little bit creative with your pattern, or if you want to keep it just a nice, simple look, I mean, it's kind of whatever you want to do. Again, there's no like, this is the way it has to be, and that's it. You can be a little bit creative with this as well. You do have to work a little bit quickly with this though, because if you let this sit too long, your gel will kind of run around and lose its shape. So as much as I say, take your time and make sure your lines are nice and even, you do have to work a little quicker too. So I'm just going to add a little bit more into here. And don't feel that you need to clutter up like every single square inch of the tip with something. You're gonna overcrowd it too much maybe and look too busy, which is, you don't really want to do that if you can help it. But because I've got a really big finger here I'm working with, I'm just going to fill in a little bit of space here so it looks like it belongs. And kind of fill in those gaps a little. And you can see like my gel isn't really running around. Those lines are still staying in place quite nicely. So we haven't lost too much, which is really good. I'm just going to put a little triangle up here, I think. Again, this is a really big tip, so don't feel that you need to squish all of this onto someone's finger, because this is quite a lot. And then I think on here, we'll just maybe put some little side looking stitches right here, because we have all this room again on the side. This would look really good on a really long like stiletto or a coffin or an almond, something that's got lots of space that you can really work and fill. We'll get this little guy right here. Okay, now this one line ran just a little tiny bit on me, so I'm gonna go and wipe that right there and clean it up. Now, we will take our gel art powder and our spatula, and I'm just going to drop all of this right on top of that design. Now this is why it's so important to make sure that you've already done your top coat and you've cured it. I'm just going to make sure that all of this powder is covered. And like that, shake off the excess, and then this is going to go in the light and cure for 30 seconds. Or 2 minutes if you're using your LED light, whatever works for you guys. I'll get the lid on that. So it's not too tricky to do a sweater nail, it just helps to have the right tools for the job. Now I'm going to show you guys a little something else here too, because in case you're wondering how you can incorporate a cute little sweater nail design into your everyday, I am running a few classes coming up for winter art on mylably.com, so I wanted to show you these as well. This is how you can easily incorporate your sweater nail design into something else fun for your clients. So this is a blue one that I already did up ahead of time for you to show you guys. If you wanted to throw some wood grain into there, some fun little winter designs, you can easily do like a really fun nail art for your clients and give them something that's really fun and unique and really pretty at the same time. So if you guys want to learn how to do these techniques, the wood grain and this little cute little cabin in the woods and this little light post, go to mylably.com, mylably.com, and we've got classes running there, and you can learn how to do these fun little techniques on there as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Robin Schwartz Nail Design, and I'll be more than happy to help you if you're stuck with anything. Go check out my Lably, and thank you guys so much. I love to see your little sweater nail designs too, so if you want to send them to me and I can give you a hand with anything, that would be great. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.